It's 6 July 2019 and we've got lots of big news coming out from the WWE, including two big matches for Raw, how the WWE is pressuring its wrestlers not to discuss AEW on social media, and the latest gossip on a possible dream match between The Undertaker vs Sting. We'll also look at details on Ric Flair's recent surgery, along with All Elite Wrestling and Major League Wrestling news, including details on MLW's first pay-per-view. But wrestlers have been warned to not hit that like button, as rumours are circulating that the WWE does not want to see its superstars liking anything AEW related on social media, which should surprise no one after the flood of likes and encouraging words when AEW ran its Double or Nothing event. You can bet that Vince McMahon was embarrassed at his independent contractors expressing their opinions that they liked the AEW product and or wished its wrestlers success. According to a tweet by Brad Shepard, in speaking to a high-level source in WWE, I was told the so-called war coming this fall is going to get very real, very fast for the talent. All of the liking AEW tweets, following them, sharing their stuff, and being all buddy-buddy won't be tolerated much longer. They stated the talent had better not overestimate their usefulness and underestimate Vince's willpower to be petty as f. It was noted even high-profile talent should take note. Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns are already planning to lead the charge. On the surface, it would appear if a WWE superstar wishes an AEW wrestler well, they may find themselves being wished well on their future endeavours. Nonetheless, WWE superstars looking to get out of their contracts early by vocally supporting AEW will probably end up being squashed on TV and or shamed by the WWE's new standard bearers Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns. The big dog recently spoke with the Sportster's Jim Parsons and mentioned AEW. It was also new and it was what it was with Ambrose leaving and popping up over there. Competition? No, there's no competition. WWE, we know exactly what we're doing. We have the best talent in the world. There's no comparing. I say that with firm confidence, all the way from the top to the very bottom. We are world class all the way through. Is it another option? Sure. For wrestlers around the world and in the locker room, even WWE's, AEW is another option and another place to get a check. I'm never against optimism, but I think you have foolish thoughts if you really think there's a comparison or actual competition. Just an option, which isn't a bad thing. Don't be surprised to see more verbal shots fired by stars from both promotions as the war between AEW and WWE heats up, with AEW's television debut on the horizon. AEW hasn't been shy about mocking the WWE, and while they typically don't acknowledge its competition, that might change depending on how well AEW continues doing. There's also two matches set for Raw and a possible angle with the club. The WWE seems to be putting more and more time into promoting matches ahead of time, as seen by the recent announcement of two big tag team matches on the 8th July 2019 Raw. Sports Illustrated's Justin Barrasso reported that Sports Illustrated has learned that this Monday's Raw will feature a mixed tag match featuring Becky Lynch and Seth Rollins against Zelina Vega and Andrade. Raw will also include a match pitting Shane McMahon and Drew McIntyre versus Roman Reigns and a partner that McMahon gets to choose. If The Undertaker interferes in the match on Raw, then he's automatically removed from Extreme Rules. As we discussed in an earlier video, Andrade and Zelina Vega issued a challenge on social media to Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch. Wrestling's first couple accepted, and now the match is scheduled for this Monday, just days before Rollins and Lynch's winner takes all bout at Extreme Rules. The WWE also teased some backlash from Raw superstars towards the Good Brothers and AJ Styles. Is the club taking over the Red brand? After failing to capture the United States Championship from Ricochet in this past Monday night's event, a frustrated AJ Styles joined Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson in a sadistic post-match assault that culminated in a vicious second rope Styles clash to the title holder. The three long-time running buddies followed up on the brutality with a symbolic too sweet gesture over the reeling Ricochet to signify to the WWE Universe that the club is back and they mean business. What might the official reunion of this take no prisoners triad mean for the rest of the Raw locker room? With rumours flying around that Gallows and Anderson have re-upped with the WWE, or agreed to do so, WWE fans may see some big things in store from the club. Things are looking up for Raw, And although this will only be week 2 of Paul Heyman's efforts as executive director, Barrasso indicated WWE executives, most notably CEO Vince McMahon, were immensely pleased with the pacing, tone, and essence of this past Monday's show. We'll let you know how this Raw fares in the ratings, particularly whether Raw's ratings go up any further. Well, it could certainly go up further with this dream match that WWE has teased. So is Sting returning to face The Undertaker? The WWE posted a photoshopped picture of The Undertaker confronting Sting with the caption "Imagine" underneath it. Could the WWE be getting fans prepared for the long-anticipated dream match between WCW's franchise and the Phenom? With the WWE returning to Saudi Arabia, this match would fit in with the WWE's habit of booking matches between legends. However, Dave Meltzer thinks fans shouldn't get too excited. He mentioned, WWE's really careful with the older guys because of what happened with Lawler. Vince was never hot on that match anyway. I mean, people were for whatever reason. Sting's already 60. The problem at the time Meltzer made his comments was that Sting could not be cleared to wrestle. Nevertheless, he has stated he might return if the money was right, so the saying anything can happen in the WWE may prove true again. Speaking of legends, what's going on with Ric Flair as he clarifies his recent health problems? The 16-time world champion Nature Boy Ric Flair has had health problems over the last 2 years, including one where he was placed into a medically induced coma, and a recent one where he underwent surgery. Slick Rick recently appeared on Wrestling Inc.'s podcast to discuss the details of his most recent surgery. They found a blood clot in my leg which I've had for years, but a little piece had gone into my lung and they got rid of that. So I spent 3 days there cleaning it and I had fluid on my heart from all of the anesthesia from all 3 other surgeries. Then they fixed me and it was like night and day. The next day I knew I was good as I had ever been. Prior to February, I was running at level 7 on the treadmill. That's how good I felt. Flair was scheduled to appear at his son-in-law Conrad Thompson's Starrcast 2, which was supposed to feature a roast to the Nature Boy. However, life intervened. Wrestling fans over the world can breathe a sigh of relief knowing the 2-time WWE Hall of Famer is doing much better now. Also, speaking of Hall of Famers, Booker T pulls out of Starrcast 3. It seems the WWE is doing the same moves it did with Starrcast 2, pressuring WWE superstars not to appear at the event. Recall that both The Undertaker and Kurt Angle were scheduled to appear at the Las Vegas convention, but pulled out. Starrcast 3, Conrad Thompson's latest wrestling convention, is being held the same week as AEW's All Out pay-per-view, and rumour has it the WWE feels Thompson is working for AEW, thus they don't want to cooperate with Starrcast. At least that's the spin the Wrestling Observer put on things, implying Booker T didn't want to get in the middle of things. Conrad Thompson took to Twitter to address Meltzer's statement, saying, "Meltzer's report below is inaccurate. I don't work for AEW and I have no power to book anyone. Starrcast is independent, and we enjoyed Booker's appearance in Las Vegas. I will miss him this time in Chicago but look forward to working with him again sometime in the future." Booker T tweeted that he will be clarifying things over the weekend, saying, "I'll be setting the record straight within the next 24 hours regarding the story going around about me pulling out of Starrcast." There's no doubt the WWE vs AEW situation is putting pressure on anyone working for the WWE or associated with the company. And the last bit of our news is that MLW announces its first pay-per-view. Major League Wrestling is taking the next step in their growth process with the announcement on 5th July 2019 that they will host their first pay-per-view this November. Barrasso revealed that MLW's first pay-per-view will be held at Cicero Stadium in Cicero, Illinois on Saturday, November 2nd. The show is being called Saturday Night Super Fight and will cost $19.95. Sports Illustrated spoke with MLW Court Bauer, a former WWE writer, about the show and MLW's growth. "I have a lot of goals for MLW. After hitting live television, we are moving to another goal in pay-per-view, and now the onus is on us to deliver something that feels different, especially in such a competitive environment. So we're going to bring a legitimate super fight to pay-per-view with Saturday Night Super Fight. This year has been about expanding into live programming. The evolution of a promotion is to produce more live content, and another milestone for us is pay-per-view. And now we're going to get there with Saturday Night Super Fight on November 2nd. Watch carefully this summer. This card isn't going to be thrown around together in late October. All the seeds will be planted and all the championships will be on the line. It looks like this fall will provide wrestling fans with a number of opportunities to watch a variety of styles, whether it's on free TV or on pay-per-view. Years from now, fans may see 2019 as the beginning of a wrestling renaissance. But there you have it guys, the latest news from WWE, AEW and MLW. What do you think of these stories? Be sure to leave your comments down below, subscribe if you haven't already, follow us on Instagram and Twitter, and I'll see you next time with some more wrestling content.